What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel, No Pro Drives. Today we're going to be driving a 2024 Subaru Forester Wilderness. All right, I've had a couple of requests from you guys to test drive a Wilderness model, so that's what we're gonna do today. All right, let's go on a drive. But before that, I'm just gonna give a little bit of explanation of the differences between Wilderness and, for example, Touring. One of the big things that stands out to me is the headliner. The headliner in the Wilderness is black, which I kind of wish they offered it on all of the models, because it does look good and it makes the interior look kind of cleaner and all in one color instead of in the Touring being all black dashboard and you have a white headliner. The second thing is, obviously, this vehicle specifically doesn't have heated steering wheel. Otherwise, you would have a button right here. You do have overall very similar controls. You do have two screens that you can go through. So this screen would be for your navigation that's already built in, or you can have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You have Subaru Starlink, pretty much identical to other models. I believe all of that is pretty much standard. A lot of safety features are also standard. The only thing in this model that I can see and it doesn't have is eyesight. Eyesight is basically where the camera is tracking your eye position as the driver, and if you're looking different ways, you're closing your eyes, you're falling asleep, it will basically beep at you to wake up if you're not completely falling asleep yet. So I guess the car doesn't want to go off-road and doesn't want to crash. So that's one of the big things. Other than that, the Subarus are known for having a lot of standard safety features. Now, as far as the screens that you can have, you have screens over here where you're able to go through different menus. You also have a digital screen in the center console where you would go and change through the settings. But if you get on the main menu and you press the middle button towards yourself, then that's how you access the menu and you can go through it. All right, guys, these are the basics. So let's now go for a drive and we're going to talk about the car as we're driving it. Another noticeable thing is that in the Wilderness you have a lot of these, I guess, orange bronze accents. We also have a product specialist with us today. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Carolina.
And my name is Gene. Carolina, so what do you think? What color is this to you?
I feel like it's like a gold.
Gold, okay. Because, you know, men are all slightly colorblind, so this looks bronze orange to me. It looks like gold to you. Okay. And you also have accented bronze orange gold stitching shifter, and this would be a selector for snow, dirt, mud, or normal. And you have the same thing on the steering wheel. All right, guys, so now we're pretty much set up, so let's now go for a drive and let's see how this thing drives. Compared to Touring, Sport, or any other edition, Wilderness has off-road tires. So immediately, let's find out if we're gonna feel the difference. By the way, guys, this vehicle is provided by Subaru of Ramsey in Ramsey, New Jersey. And you guys want, if one of you comes in, please mention that you saw a review on YouTube by me, Gene at No Pro Drives, and you can ask for Clayton. Clayton is a general manager. All right, let's merge in here. It did well. Again, this vehicle also has two modes. It has intelligent mode, which we're in right now, and it has sport mode, which they call SI drive. So again, in sport mode, you basically, your RPM goes higher and you have a little bit more torque right away available to you. In intelligent mode, the car will decide for you, and intelligent mode is basically set it and forget it. As you can see right now, we're driving, let's say 50 miles an hour, and our RPMs are, let's say 2400. Once we switch it at the same speed, we switch it to intelligent mode, our RPMs are dropping to 1500. So that is I will say that's a significant difference, and you can definitely feel it because you have a little bit more torque since you have one less gears. Let's see, what else? Other than that, as far as driving, you know, field of view obviously will be the same. You have humongous windows in this car, and every time I drive a Subaru, I feel like I'm sitting in an aquarium and everyone is looking at me, which I know no one does because I'm in a Subaru. But it definitely, especially for, let's say, older people, the ones that don't like to stick their head out from the dashboard, this definitely helps. The tires do feel a little different versus the Touring, because in the Touring I can feel that the tires are a lot softer. So this tire will be stiffer than the Touring tire, and you can definitely feel it even at regular driving. And up there we're gonna go into a corner and we're gonna confirm my theory of tires. Same thing as far as the Subaru goes. What I was impressed even the first time that I drove a Forester was the build quality. Is that there's absolutely no creaking sounds or anything. It is all built very well. Obviously in the Touring model you have more leather and it feels a little bit more luxurious. Wilderness model will feel less luxurious and more off-roadish, I would say. So you do have some of this material that is kind of soft touch, but it's rubber. This material is also rubber instead of the leather. This material on the left side is also rubberish, but you do have soft touch leather over here and leather also on the sides. And you have a little tag over here that will say Subaru Wilderness, which is pretty cool. I do like the contrast stitching, and it kind of breaks up the interior. You also have leather over here, basically your leg rests, which is also very comfortable to the touch, and it is not a hard plastic. So what do you, Carolina, right? Mm-hmm. You mentioned before that you worked at a Lexus, right?
I did.
So let me ask you this question. For example, I know Lexus is a luxury vehicle and Subaru is not. But just driving characteristics, would you say this, how does this drive compare to a Lexus? Your honest opinion. Let's say you take the cheapest Lexus, all right? The most off-road Lexus.
I mean, what I can compare it to right now, I would say an ES350 regular basic. That's how it feels like.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I mean, the first time I drove one was very, very nice. I was expecting a little, you know, a little more, not, I don't know, but it was good. I like it.
Have you been in a touring model of Forester, for example?
No.
Not yet? Okay. Well, I think you definitely should, because you'll be impressed by the build quality. Mm-hmm. Because one of the things, Lexus has a very good build quality, right?
Yeah.
And I think Subaru did a good job with this model too, especially if you get the luxury model, right? The touring.
Yeah.
But Wilderness is more like for off-road, so you have a little bit different suspension and you have a little bit more clearance, so you can take it rock climbing. Well, actually don't take it rock climbing, but If you guys take it rock climbing and you mess up your car, it is not my fault. I'm just saying. Other than that, it's very smooth. One thing I do like, I was actually surprised by how quiet it is.
Yeah.
Right? Like for a basic car, what's the sticker on this car? We can take a look a little bit later once we go over the sticker. But this is not an expensive car compared to, you know, like other vehicles on the market. Subaru is actually one of the manufacturers that did not jack up their prices to the moon. So, for example, a Forester Touring, as far as I remember, you know, even 5, 6, 7 years ago, also costed $40,000. And guess what? It still costs $40,000 for a fully loaded Forester. So, nothing really changed in the Subaru world. We just took that bump very nicely, by the way. So, in modern days, this is an affordable vehicle for everyday driving, and it drives well. And it drives very well. We're gonna try to overtake this just so you guys can see acceleration. We're in intelligent mode. Red line is at 6,000 RPM. Obviously the transmission is not a sports car transmission, so it kind of, you know, didn't downshift to the lowest possible gear. So that's why you do have that feeling where it's drawing out the gears, but it's okay. I mean, the engine is only 180 horsepower, so it is enough for everyday driving, I would say. Definitely not going to be racing anyone. Unless you drive a Honda, then Hondas usually race everybody. Especially a Honda with a laptop. Alright, so let's go in this turn. So we're going to be able to feel the tires. Okay, no float in the tires, so I will say the tires, these off-road tires, definitely doing a better job in turns versus soft Falcon tires that are on the touring model or sports model, because they are just made for comfort, I guess, not for taking turns at 40 miles an hour. We're gonna go into a plaza over here and we're gonna do a little exterior walk around and show you guys what the touring looks like. Policía, la migra. Coming for me. All right, so this is a pretty empty plaza, right? So let's go over there in a little bit in the shade. Wilderness. Let's look at the window sticker and let's see what equipment is on this specific model. MSRP for this vehicle is $39,304, including emissions compliance. There's only a couple of options on this vehicle. You have option package 22, which is the Subaru Starlink 8-inch multimedia. You have Harman, which includes Harman Kardon system, which is cool, right? I mean, I wouldn't expect Harman Kardon to be in a Subaru Wilderness, but I guess people like their sound. You have power liftgate, you have Wilderness package, which is suggested price is $1,100. You have auto dimming mirror with compass and home link. You have rear seat protector. You have cargo sidewall protector. You have auto dimming exterior mirrors, which is a very good option with approach light. And you have rear bumper cover. Transportation charge is $1,355. Now, Subaru rates at 5 stars for frontal crash, side crash, and for rollover it is not rated. MPGs combined, you will have approximately 26. You're gonna have 25 in the city and 28 on the highway. Your approximately will spend $750 more in fuel costs over 5 years compared to an average new vehicle. I assume that's probably because of the tires. And approximately you will spend $2,100 if over the year if you fill up with regular gas, and unless Mr. Biden makes the gas be $6 again. Subaru warranty includes roadside assistance. It is 3-year and 36,000 miles for basic, 5 years 60,000 miles for powertrain, 5-year unlimited mileage rust perforation, 3 years 36,000 miles 24/7 roadside assistance. And if you need to see more details, the sticker is advising you to look at the manual. Alright guys, let's take a look at the performance, right? So this vehicle, pretty much all Subaru Foresters have the same engine. It's a 2.5 liter Subaru Boxer engine, almost like a Porsche, right? It has 180 horsepower. So in this vehicle, because it's a Wilderness model, so you have, it's a 4-wheel independent raised suspension, and it has off-road tuning. You also have 9.2 inches of ground clearance, which is probably the biggest thing and why it's a Wilderness model. Alright guys, so this is our review of the window sticker. Let's drive back now.